Hey guys, what's going on? Druzy here, back again with another South Park Phone Destroyer video, and back here on the Snoozy account here today because a lot of you have been asking me for help and guidance on the level 40 mission, which is of course the Master Ninjew level of PVE, or the campaign necessarily, and there are some special rewards that we can get, the Greek God hat and Greek God shirt that we can get for defeating this episode here today, but I'm going to give you guys some easy tips and tricks to try to get you past Episode 8 Stage 5, because it is fairly rough for a lot of people in the newer parts of the game. But one of the main things I'm going to give you as a tip here for this specific boss encounter is number one. This boss encounter is more unique than the other major boss encounters that you're going to be faced off against, whether it's Cyborg Kenny, Standing Many Moons, Grand Wizard Cartman down the road, but here against Master Ninjew. This is basically a straight up PvP fight. So kind of view this fight more so like a PvP match than anything else, because in reality that's pretty much what it is, because basically Master Ninja is just going to send out cards similar to how somebody would in a PvP scenario, but it's only going to be mystical cards and not anything else. So all you're dealing with is mystical units, so you're not going to deal against any other the adventure or sci-fi at this point. There is not fantasy available to you until you beat the stage, as far as, I mean, you can obtain them, but I mean to where you'll be fighting against them. So you're only going to be fighting against mystical units. Probably the hardest unit that it could be difficult for you to face off of is against someone like Witch Doctor Token. But I'm going to showcase a couple different decks for you guys to kind of give you the best tips, I think, to really be able to win this match. For you the easiest. So we're going to try two different decks here, and I'm going to obviously show the gameplay for you, and then hopefully this will help you beat level 30 here in PvE. Alright guys, so here's the first deck I'm actually going to be trying out for you. It is a fantasy and mystical style deck, which has a little bit of a couple neutral cards in it as well. But the big thing that you guys might look at this and think that this is kind of a weird deck, which it kind of is that there is power bind in this deck. And the main reason why I'm going to have power bind is to try to deal with some of the very strong cards within the mystical theme that have some very difficult charge abilities to deal with, and I'm wanting to try to eliminate them as much as possible. So I'm going to have power bind in here primarily to deal with Witch Doctor Token, who's going to be the biggest nuisance for me, and we'll just try this deck out. This deck should be fairly reliable and should work out pretty decent, but we'll try this out. This is a medium difficulty for most people, but we're going to go ahead, hop into this match real quick, see if we can't get a win with this deck. Working our way towards the church. Going to have some units start coming out, so we're going to have to start kind of working our way down here. Get Amazingly Randy out here. Now, I know I also have Energy Staff in this deck, and the primary reason for that is to kind of deal with being able to get that extra energy for when I actually fight against Ninjew here towards the end of the fight. I'm also going to get Priest Maxi out here. His healing is going to be crucial to help keep my units around him alive. I've got Randy in the back as range, so he's kind of behind my new kid there. He's also going to be able to give us kind of a mini swarm going with his ability to spawn the different cock units and stuff like that. As you can see so far, doing a pretty good job, able to take most of this stuff out pretty easily, and I have still quite a few units around. One of the big things is that when Master Ninja kind of does his thing, he's going to have a bunch of different stuff. I'm going to go ahead and jimmy here to do as much damage as possible, and then that's going to just be able to take all of that out here, guys. So as you can see, I've got a huge amount of units here. We've got Dwarf, Prophet Dougie, trying to come his way towards us. And Ninja's going to start, of course, spawning his units here in a minute. This ends now, Cartman. As the little dialogue goes, you need to chill out. Can't harsh my zen, but of course they make Master Ninja look evil there. So, went ahead, and I don't even know who he canceled out. I'm going to go ahead and get my Energy Staff out to be able to get that extra energy going. It gives me that 45% additional energy on top of it, and I've just got too many units here. I don't think Ninja's going to be able to stop me. Doesn't matter what he does, and I can just use regen to just keep healing myself, keep working my way forward, and there we go. As simple as that. Obviously the deck helps a lot. So there we go. Get the little cutscene here. Alright, and we'll see what we're able to get here. Out of the lockers, we get an Angel Wendy to drop as the best loot there, but I understand that some of you may not have necessarily the right stuff there. Let's just claim the special reward that we get, so we get a Pope Timmy and all that other good stuff. And now we can do start working our way forward here in the fantasy theme. Or, yeah, all that good stuff, and work our way over to fight Grand Wizard Cartman at Koopa Keep. And, I know that some of you have also said that you have struggled against the amazingly Randy fight. I will also be doing something for that as well. Let's see what we need to do for Don King Butters here to work our way forward. We have more than enough PvP matches wins there to get past the great play wall of China. But we're not going to go ahead and do that right now. We're going to go back to Master Ninjew and try another deck here. So that was my main, that was the deck that I kind of made up for this here. And here's the deck again. Terrence and Philip Dog Poo, Choirboy Butters, Regen, Paladin Butters, Amazingly Randy Labard, Hermes, Powerbind, Pope Timmy, Priest Maxi, and Energy Staff. I do have a PVE style deck that I normally play with, and that is this one. With Robo Bebe, Choirboy Butters, Terrence and Philip, Astro, Dog Poo, Poseidon Stan, Rats, Hallelujah Hermes, Regen, and Awesemo with Bounty Hunter Kyle. The big problem, though, is that I have to get Bounty Hunter Kyle out before Master Ninjew comes around, or else I'm not going to be able to do it. So I'm actually going to try to beat Master Ninjew with my main PvE style deck. And this is one that I work with, and this one will probably be one that realistically you guys more than likely will have. If there are any cards in these two decks that you guys don't have and would like tips and suggestions for alternates, put that down in the comment section, and I'll try to give you some good suggestions for that. Or other fans of the channel will do it for me, so I don't necessarily have to. Not that I won't do it, but they're more than willing to help me most of the time with these kind of things. All right, so we're gonna definitely get Bounty Hunter Kyle out here. I really need Robo Bebe to deal with the Swarm. The big thing I really like about Poseidon Stan is his slow. His slow is really good now, guys, and I think people really undervalue it, especially for PvE. It's not super great for PvP right now, but it is really good for PvE. So definitely, if you have Poseidon Stan, I would get him to at least level 3, level 4. He can be pretty viable and pretty useful for you guys, but there are better cards out there. I'm not saying he's the best, but he can provide a lot of value. I know I have all these charge abilities with Awesemo and Poseidon Stan and whatnot. I'm not using them right now, obviously. I'm kind of trying to save my energy up a little bit. Let's get Choirboy Butters out here. He's going to do a little bit more damage. I'm mostly waiting for that when we get to these manhole covers here, because that's when all the units are going to start coming. And I want to slow them down as much as possible. All right, we can get Terrence and Philip out here. They're going to revive the Hermes Kenny, which isn't a big deal. We do have some range units, of course, so we can deal with that very quickly and easily. And now look at that. We've got all of our units out here on the field that are available to us. I'm going to slow this down. Deal with Dougie immediately before Master Ninjew gets set up. And he does have that Unholy Combustion that he might pull out right off the bat like he did last time. Oh no, he's just going to go ahead and heal up a bunch of units he doesn't really have. Okay. So we lost our Rats and we lost our Poseidon Stan. I'm going to get both of them back out here, but we have our Bounty Hunter Kyle up over top. He's boosting all our units. He's putting an Energy Staff down. And that's a good game, nice outfit, guys. Even though we can't do that because this is the regular game here. But yeah, that's pretty much about it, guys. This level really isn't super difficult if you just kind of have a good mix of everything. Have a tank, have a couple of range cards, have a few assassin units. Healing is extremely useful. And then just making sure that you have enough kind of energy and stuff like that to be able to cast out units. Be cautious with your energy consumption early on. Don't just dive bomb a whole bunch of units out there and stuff like that. And obviously card rotation can be kind of lucky and stuff like that, but there we go. We get two different decks that defeat the Master Ninjew here in this episode. Hopefully this will help you guys out. I'll show the second deck real quick for you guys. I know there are some epic cards, a decent amount of epic cards actually in this deck, but I feel like a lot of these epic cards, many of you probably have to at least level 2, and as you can see at least level 2, they are still viable and usable and stuff like that. My Rats are only level 3, Regen's only level 3, Hallelujah luckily is level 4, Robo is, of course, level 4 and stuff like that, but none of these are super over-leveled right now to where this should be super challenging for you guys, but hopefully this helps you guys out, because I know a lot of you have been asking for deck suggestions for Master Ninjew. But again, these two decks worked really well for me, obviously, in this episode, and they should work really well for you guys as well. Hopefully, good luck to all of you. Hopefully you're able to get all that stuff going for you. I'm actually going to put the Greek Guide outfit on real quick, just because it's because I can. Snoozy hasn't really updated his outfit in quite a while in this game, but we'll get the Greek God outfit going on here for you guys. For you, just to show that Snoozy can get it too. And there we go, guys. That's going to wrap it up for this episode. Hope this helped the newer players out a little bit that have been struggling with this mission specifically. Also plan to do one for the Amazingly Randy PVE mission, which can be very difficult. A lot of people have complained about that one. I will try to make up some deck suggestions for that. And then once we're able to grind our way to Grand Wizard Cartman, I will try to make some deck suggestions for that matchup as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this helps you guys out. If it does, please like the video. Let me know down below if this helped. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, guys, my name is Druzy.